Trump is about to take his economic message on the road. He'll visit a critical swing district in eastern Pennsylvania.
Oh, I love swingers. Chat, you like swingers? Donald Trump is definitely a swinger. But is Melania a swinger? That's a better question. This is called the Trump grades his economy an A++++. I had to click on this, блядь. How do I not click on this?
Today, as he celebrates the state of the economy, he said this in an interview.
I mean, if Melania isn't a swinger, then she just does not have sex, because I don't think it's possible with my boy Donnie. Okay, I don't think it's possible. The only thing Donnie can do is suck a good dick. That's it.
With Politico.
I do want to talk about the economy, sir, here at home, and I wonder what grade you would give.
A plus.
A plus.
Yeah, A plus.
This looks AI generated, dude. I love it so much. I love it so much. I am NATO's. NATO calls me daddy. My economy is A plus. Oh God.
Strongly disagree. A recent CBS News YouGov poll found 60% believe the president makes things sound better than they really are when it comes to prices and inflation. 27% said he's right on point. 13% feel he paints a gloomier economic picture than what's really happening. Let's go to CNN senior White House reporter Kevin Liptak right now. Kevin, is this the message people in Pennsylvania can expect to hear today from the president?
Yeah.
Kevin Lib.
And this is really an opportunity for the president to road test that economic message and his claims that he's bringing prices down. This event itself has become something of a rarity for the president. You know, we really haven't seen him go out for a campaign rally style event speaking to his supporters about his agenda since April. And many of his allies have felt that that was just too long, that it signaled a lack of focus and attention on the people and the issues that brought him to the White House in the first place. And so that will be sort of his mission when he is up in the Poconos today. Now, whether the president delivers the message that many Republicans want him to deliver, I think is a second question. You know, the president has spent the last several weeks really downplaying this idea of affordability, calling it a con job, calling it a hoax. And so it remains an open question of whether he will be able to sort of convince some of these people that he's speaking to in eastern Pennsylvania that he's doing everything he can on the economy. I want you to listen to more.
He's not even going to try. He's going to triple down, dude. He's going to triple down. It's a hoax. It's a Democrat hoax. I'm just not doing this.
What the president said in that Politico interview about this very topic.
It's been 10 months. It's amazing what we've done. If you think of gasoline a gallon, they had it at $4.50, almost $5. You go to some of the states, you had it at $6. We hit 3 states 2 days ago, $1.99 a gallon. When that happens, everything comes down.
Now, recent political experience has shown
Let's see.
that it can be quite difficult to convince Americans that the economy is doing better than they feel. President Biden tried that and it didn't really work. This district that the president...
Well, when it comes to the Trump effect, I think it is the opposite. You can convince people that the economy is doing better even if it isn't for Trump supporters. Okay? You can convince MAGA that it's actually super based that their eggs cost $40 because they're based white eggs.
President is heading to is a critical swing district. Joe Biden won it in 2020.
3 states, motherfucker, there's 50. 50. 3 states, motherfucker, there's...
Trump won it in 2024. The freshman Republican representative there, Rob Bresnahan, is a top target for Democrats in next year's midterm elections. And polls, even in Pennsylvania, show that voters really don't find that the president's handling of the economy has been top-notch. A survey from Quinnipiac...
Bless me, I'm sick.
...showed that...
Sick in the head.
Those who found that the economy was doing either not so good or poor was 52%. Those who said it was good or excellent, it was at 46%. And so how the president messages this today, I think will be important to watch. His advisors say that this will be the first of many domestic trips talking about the economy coming up as the midterm elections start to get underway.
With us now, CNN political commentators Paul Begala and David Urban. David, you know, the president heading to Pennsylvania, your home turf today, to deliver this message on affordability that White House advisors desperately want him to be on message about, is saying the economy is A plus 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 on message for that?
Listen, I think the president needs to have an I feel your pain moment today.
A plus plus plus.
When you enable chatters to buy something, someone merch is showing that the program is streaming, not your channel. Well, I am sacrificing myself and my beautiful chatters for the greater deprogram goal. I am making JT and Hakeem much wealthier because we split the profit made from said merch. So, yeah. You see, this is such an incredible sacrifice on my end over here, streaming and pitching it. It's pretty crassy.
Plus plus.
Listen, the economy is, it's doing better, right? Gas prices are down.
Reminder, because the economy is doing better, exactly at the second hour. Chat, you heard it. The economy is doing better. So why am I not seeing bigger numbers? Bigger numbers right here, okay? Look, already this number go boom, okay? We already got 5 today, okay? Bigger numbers right here. Economy is better. We have 0 ads. We have 0 sponsors. You get 10% discounted off merch today if you subscribe, or you gift some other chatters who can then subscribe themselves. If we hit our target, we might even gamble, which is always very fun. And number 5, I'm a great show. You should support the show because it's a great fucking show. Okay? And also I'm sick, so buy me medicina. Buy me cocaine for my nose to clear it up. Boom. Somebody bought the merch. Somebody bought merch. Somebody bought goddamn merch. Are you a subscriber or are you a plebeian? Are you a subscriber or are you a plebeian? Let me see chat. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Base chatter. Incredibly based. Oh my God. Bought from multiple generations of merch. Incredible. Okay. Incredible. Thank you, person whose name starts in M. And last name on C. Thank you very much. That is very sexy. Yeah, buy merch, subscribe. It's very fun. I would love to gamble today. What was the target for Gamma? 2,460. We are 62 subs away. That's possible. We're only halfway through the stream. Do you remember how long I streamed last time? My mother called me after the stream. She was like, what the fuck? Not after, but when we talk to each other. I'm a horrible son. I should talk to my mother more often. But then again, I'm not a good person. But. What did I want to say? Yeah, we streamed for 8 hours last time. How the fuck do some people do that on the regular? Dude, if I streamed 8 hours, I would not just be a 1K Andy. I would be a 10K Andy, dude. Fucking insane. One time I streamed for 8 hours, we were like 1,500 people here. Thanks to also people like Dave Legend. Dave Legend, thank you very much, Dave Legend. Everybody give Dave Legend a follow because Dave is indeed a legend and do not believe what people say that he is a racist. Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much, Dave. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Shout out to Dave, please. Go follow him. Thank you, Gothic Shadow Rose, for the 2 months as well. Welcome to the community. All of you get discounts. You get a discount. You get a discount. You get a discount. Exclamation point merch, and you will find out how. Anyways, back to learning about how the economy is doing. Really, really good, actually. Who's calling them racist? Nobody. It's an old joke.
Inflation is down. Real wage growth is up. We're going to have no tax on tips, no tax on social.
It's a very bad old joke. Friday's stream was wild, so wild that it isn't available for replay. Yes, I intentionally removed it from replay, Aster J, because that was an insane stream. It should only be experienced by the people who have experienced it. It was a once in a lifetime project, and that's how it shall remain. The 8-hour stream was wild. It was really good, right? It was really good. I mean, fuck it, dude. If we ever start hitting crazy sub numbers, I can do this full time, like fucking YOLO. Like, I would love to do 8-hour streams. That would be sick.
Security, no tax on overtime. All those things are going to kick in the beginning of this next coming year. So the economy is going to slowly improve. But just like you saw in the last administration, where the numbers are pretty good, when people reach into their pocketbook and they take out that.
It was David, not Dave. Oh, everybody whose name starts with Dav is racist. I'm kidding, of course not.
A lot of $20 bills, and they got to make a decision how much gas to put in their car, how much groceries to put in
You're
their
not a full-time creator? Oh, I am, but I work on 4 projects. Right? That's the annoying thing.
cart. That's where it really matters. So you can think one thing, the White House can think one thing, the Council of Economic Advisors can one thing, the Fed can think one thing, but Pennsylvanians, Michiganders, Ohioans, people across America know something different when they reach in their pocketbook. The president's the best communicator on this, and so I think it's imperative that he get out on the stump and start.
And remember, in the United States, you have a particular superpower when it comes to average baskets, aka the perception of the wider American populace on how good the economy is going. What am I talking about? Again, as always, American exceptionalism. No matter how shitty it gets in the States, an American can always excuse it away by saying, okay, it might be shit here, but imagine how bad it is somewhere else. It's a coping mechanism so profoundly powerful that I would argue the entirety of the American state is built on its back. It is the continuous gaslighting of the self. No matter how shitty it gets, no matter how many homeless people there are on the street, no matter how expensive the rent gets, you're paying $10 an egg. You always remind yourself you're definitely not living in a fucking 1984 Animal Farm dystopia La La Land, okay, Fortnite 6767. You are not supposed to complain. You should be grateful, because imagine what's happening abroad. That's why I love when Africans make a joke. What does an African parent tell his child when he doesn't want to eat the food that was served on the table? Eat, you stupid fuck. There's children in America starving right now. I mean, it's not funny. I feel bad for the Yanks, but Jesus Christ.
Reminding people about that this administration cares about affordability.
I thought Republicans were against.
I mean, that is prevalent in Germany as well. A lot of teachers repeat that line over and over again. Now, that is very correct, and that happens in a lot of countries that have gaslit themselves into thinking that they are the peak of civilizational development. But I believe that in the States, it's on steroids, because it's to an extent the country that in the modern context has invented this coping mechanism.
Great inflation, David.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
Paul, you've run some campaigns where the economy seemed to be pretty important. You know, would the Clinton campaign in 1992 ever come out and say, you know, it's the economy being A+++++ stupid?
No, it is stupid, and with respect to our president, it's foolish, let me put it that way. If you go to a doc, you say, Doc, my shoulder is killing me, and the doc says, no, it's not. That's a hoax perpetrated by the knee. You get another doctor, right? Because we live in this world. People don't, and Urban sounds like one of the Biden advisors, but the macroeconomics, look, people don't live in the macroeconomy. They live in the macaroni and cheese economy. And they can't afford that macaroni and cheese. Hamburger is $6.32 a pound. It's the highest in the history of hamburger. Electricity rates are through the roof. Try to buy or sell a house in Louisiana or Florida or Texas with the property insurance rates going through the roof. And healthcare is about to kick in. We're going to see the subsidies gone from Obamacare. It's going to raise everybody's costs. People are angry. They're really angry. And when the president, who's a master salesman, when he comes to them and says, no, you can't believe your lying eyes, it makes people think he doesn't get it.
Now, the president insisting the prices are coming down. The White House often pointing to real wage growth as evidence of success in making life more affordable. But there is some new data out suggesting that there's more to it than that. CNN's Matt Egan has much more on this. Matt, what are you seeing
Wonderful.
here?
A
Well,
new
Kate,
child
look, if
soldier,
voters
I mean,
were
subscriber.
Thank you, Kim, for the prime, my friend. Wawoo.
this economy a
Thank you very much.
report card, it's clear they would give it a much, much lower grade than what the president did. And I'm not just talking about those 5 pluses. I mean, consumer confidence is near all-time lows. A lot of voters think that the president's policies are doing more harm than good. Look at this Gallup poll from earlier in November, just 27% of adults say that the economy is getting better. That's down from 31% in October, the lowest reading since July 2024 under former President Biden. Far more say it's getting worse.
I have not had wage growth in 4 years. What wage growth? Well,
And part of that is because
they count CEO, the big 3 C's. They count CEO wage growth. That's how.
Of the cost of living, right? You mentioned wage growth. So in the most recent jobs report, that's from September, we can see the blue line, that's wages. They are going up at a faster pace than the red line, which is inflation. However, you can see the gap in the last few months, it's starting to narrow, which means that inflation is catching up to prices, not what you want to see. But this is in aggregate, and this is as of September. So let's zoom in a little bit. Bank of America put out a new report where they find that among high-income households, wages are up by 4%, well ahead of that 3% inflation. That's great, most since October of 2021. But unfortunately, that's just for high-income earners, right? When you look at middle-income households, wage growth is much, much softer. It's just 2.3%. That's the middle bar here. That's actually trailing inflation, which is on the left. That's not great at all. And look at this. Low-income wages are up just 1.4% as of November. That is less than half the pace of inflation.
Yeah,
so
this means life is not more affordable.
No, exactly. That's right. It means that life is not more affordable. And no wonder why a lot of people feel like they can't catch up. They literally can't, according to this research at least. Bank of America economist Joe Watford.
All the Marxists gasped, and they were like, what?
I think he summed it up best. He said low-income and high-income households are often living in 2 different worlds and experiencing 2 different economies. And so, Kate, it's hard to square all of that with this idea that the economy is an A+++. It's clearly not for many Americans. They're just having a hard time catching up.
Yeah, I mean, this data an important aspect to understand what people are feeling ahead of President going to Pennsylvania to speak about affordability today. Thanks so much, Matt. I really appreciate it.